Good morning, everybody. My name is Brenda Myers, and I am a licensed insurance specialist. My company is Journey Insurance Solutions, but under the umbrella of Journey Insurance Solutions, I am contracted with Senior Life Insurance Company. Senior Life Insurance Company is a final expense company that provides insurance coverage for seniors. What is final expense? Final expense is the amount of money it's going to cost for your funeral services. So final expense insurance, it covers you for up to maybe $30,000, which is, around the ballpark of what it costs for our funeral. And technically, the funeral is up to $10,000 to $15,000, but there are going to be other expenses associated with your final needs. So that's why it's wise to get, about $30,000 for your final expenses. If you don't already have, life insurance coverage, then final expense insurance is the way that you go, especially if you are a senior or if you are of a certain age or if you have certain illnesses and you think that you can't get life insurance. Senior Life Insurance Company is a company that will be able to cover you. Let me just give you some of the benefits of having a senior life insurance company policy or a final expense policy. As I mentioned, it's up to $30,000. You can decide how much protection you need. That's all, up to you. It builds cash value, which it is a whole life product. Whole life insurance builds cash value. What is building cash value? Building cash value means that as long as you have the policy will grow interest based on the interest rate. Okay, so your insurance policy is going to grow cash value. And what that means is the money that's accumulated inside of the life insurance policy, it actually belongs to you. So the more you accumulate inside of your life insurance policy, that's money that belongs to you. You can borrow against it. You could take it out for whatever reason, that you need to use it because it's your money and it's tax free. Okay. And the next thing that a final expense policy is good for it covers you on the very first day. What does that mean? It covers you on the first day means that when you sign your name on a life insurance contract, that means that once you pay the premium and sign your name on the contract, you're automatically covered. Example, just say we just signed you up for life insurance, final expense policy. You paid your first month's premium and you executed all of the proper documents. And you leave my office and you go out, and you have an accident, and you die. That's very unfortunate, but it has happened. But guess what? Because you paid the premium and because the contract is executed, you're covered with life insurance. You're covered. So your beneficiary will receive the proceeds from your life insurance policy. So, that's amazing. And you can have what they call accidental death insurance coverage, which is an option on your policy. And then that means that it'll pay double. That's double indemnity. So it'll pay what you actually selected as your face amount. And then if you have the option as the accidental death benefit, it will pay twice. So that's a good thing to have. So in retrospect, instead of having just $30,000 in coverage, you have $60,000 if your death is as a result of a car accident, any type of accident. Okay, that's a great thing. So, and another thing is if you are on medication, if you're have some ailments, it's okay. There are policies within the senior life insurance company that will be able to cover you. So don't think that you cannot get life insurance. The best thing to do is just call an agent, me, insurance specialist, and I can walk you through your options. I can tell you what, you qualify for, and then we'll get it going. But the sooner you do it, the better, because, with any life insurance policy, whether it's final expense, whole life, term life, whatever the case may be, the earlier you get it, the cheaper it is, the less expensive it is. Because guess what? The older you get, you're going to develop some type of ailment, whether it's diabetes, high blood pressure, whatever the case may be. So we want to get insurance coverage. We want to get you covered when you're healthy, when you're young and healthy, right? And now it might be, too late for you to get the premium prices, so to speak, because you're older. But if you have children, you have grandkids, they all should be covered with life insurance. And like I said, the earlier you cover them, the less expensive it is, and the better it would be. Because on a whole life policy, the premium never change as long as you pay the premium. Just say if you are covering your 6-year-old daughter and you get her a $500,000 whole life policy. 6 years old, the premium will probably be $20 or $30, whatever the case may be. But that's going to stay the same throughout the duration of the life insurance policy. So as long as you pay that premium, it's going to always be that. And at the same time, it's going to grow cash value and it's going to be affordable when you get older. Isn't that amazing? I mean, that's the thing that we need to remember about life insurance. The earlier you get it, the more coverage you can get for the best price. Okay. And you are in a better condition, health wise, to be able to get a premium product. Okay. We all want the best. We all want the premium product. But if we don't act early, we might not be in a position to get the premium product. So let's try to get the premium product. Let's try to insure our families, our kids, everybody, when they're early. So we put them in a position to be able to afford the policy growing up and to be able to accumulate cash value. So that's real important. So my name is Brenda Myers, and I am CEO and founder of Journey Insurance Solutions. As I said, Senior Life Insurance Company is one of the companies that's under my umbrella. And I would be glad to have a conversation with you free of charge, free consult, to talk to you about what your options are for your final expenses. And if you have any family members or loved ones that you would like to get a quote on or, get coverage for, I'll be glad to, assist in that area as well. So just remember, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But guess what? It's inevitable and we're all going to leave this earth. We're all going to die. And we need to put ourselves in a position where, our families are protected. Our families are covered. Because if you are a two-income family and, you die, one of the incomes leave, and guess what? Have you made preparations for your family to be able to maintain their standard of living? Or are they going to have to move in with mom? We don't want that. There's a life insurance policy that protects your mortgage. It's called mortgage protection. So there's so many options out there. There's a lot that people don't know. So that's why you need to consult the experts. Okay, the experts. So if you want to reach me, Brenda Myers, 601-672-0695, or you can email me at contact@brendabmyers.com, and I will be glad to schedule an appointment with you, a consultation free of charge. Okay? Thank you for listening.